Hey y'all, Crazy Train here, and I am bringing you guys a crazy story about this one time that I met a murderer. And trust me, you guys are going to want to stick around for this because this guy's story is nuts. So sit back and enjoy this story. Alright, so this happened while I was living in Idaho. I was out doing a church service activity, and I was with a buddy of mine, and we were going to these houses trying to offer service opportunities to people in this one neighborhood. Well, we got to an area that was a bunch of trailers, and one of the trailers that we knocked on, this guy opens the door, really nice guy, invites us in, we get chatting with him a little bit, asking if there's anything that we can do for him, and he kind of starts letting off this sort of weird vibe. And we start asking him some questions to get to know him a little bit, and he reveals to us that he just got out of jail. And, out of curiosity, we decided to ask him, so what were you in jail for? He looks us square in the eyes and says, I was in jail for murder. Like, totally nonchalant, no big deal. Dude was in jail for murder. Now, naturally, we were a little freaked out at this point, so we were kind of getting ready to go, saying our goodbyes, trying to get out the door, and in walks the guy's daughter, or at least we expected it, or assumed it was his daughter, because she was a lot younger, and she was like totally about to burst pregnant. Now, I'm ashamed to say that my first thought was, this crazy dude probably got his daughter pregnant, and then I realized in the course of conversation that, no, he'd only been out of prison for like probably 2 or 3 weeks, so there's no way that he got his daughter pregnant. But anyway, she automatically let off this kind of weird vibe as well, and started asking all these like really personal questions. So we were like, okay, we're gonna nope right out of this situation. So excused ourselves and left. Now here's the crazy part. So another one of the places that we visited, we get talking to some folks who invite us into their house. We kind of know them a little bit already. And as we're talking with them, we say, yeah, we're just going around meeting all the people in the neighborhood. And they said, oh, did you go to that trailer over there? And we said, yeah, we met that guy, the crazy murderer guy. Totally got this weird vibe from him. And they're like, well, did you hear how he murdered somebody? We said, no. And they said, okay, get this. This is nuts. The guy was at a party and just got absolutely plastered drunk. And there was another dude who was hitting on the guy's wife. So this guy goes back into his room, gets a crossbow, comes out, and puts an arrow right through the guy's heart. Crazy. Now, obviously, that was just like totally nuts to us. And then on top of that, we find out that the guy's daughter, who we learned was 16, had gotten pregnant from her 19-year-old boyfriend. And when her boyfriend found out that her dad was coming back and he was a murderer who was getting off out of prison, and he was kind of a crazy guy, he decided to leave. And then, of course, when he left, she got all mad and decided to tell the police that he had raped her, and that's why she was pregnant. And so now that guy was also in prison. So we decided we're going to go ahead and just avoid that house going forward and try and steer as clear as we could. But honestly, I've got to say, that is probably one of the craziest stories I've ever heard about somebody. And honestly, I'm a little surprised that the guy was out of prison, because if he's got a 16-year-old daughter, obviously he wasn't in prison for that whole time. And if he's taking care of her, then somehow he's gotten custody of her. So I don't really know exactly how that all worked out. But I will say that it was an absolutely crazy, nuts experience, and totally kind of got that vibe going into that place, and really happy that we got out. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick story. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next video.